Hi, welcome to Heidi's Homestead. Today is the big day of seed starting, and we are going to start with our onions. So I'm going to start, well, first of all, what I did was soil block. I'm going to put one seed each soil block. Now, I've never done this before, but I did see Brie Ellis doing this, and her onions turned out beautiful. She said because the roots were not disturbed, and not only that, the roots were not disturbed, but also it was much easier for her to transplant them, because when you do the method that I usually do, which I'm still gonna do, I'm gonna test both out and see if there's a big difference. I'm gonna do them in these 5-inch Bootstrap Farmer pots, and then you just sprinkle the seeds, and you have to rip them apart carefully, but in this method you don't. You just take the soil block and put it in the ground. So I'm gonna still do both, but here you're not going to mess with the roots so much because it's in a soil block. I hate soil blocking. It's not my favorite. I do it in some instances, like if I have to have small seeds, then I do soil blocking, but I hate it. It's not fun for me. I know some people love it, some people enjoy it. I do not. I hate it. It gets on my nerves. But it saves on plastic. It saves on room too. I'm doing 4, and then the red onions, I'm gonna do it in here with my leeks, shallots, and whatever leftover onion seeds I have. I'll use my Bootstrap Farmers, and these are Bootstrap Farmers. I'm using the mesh, and these are the shallow 10 by 20s. I'm using the shallow ones, and I have a 10-20 no hose tray in the bottom, so I could bottom water the onions. So let's get this started. Oh, I forgot to say, so I'm doing Alyssa Craig Walla Walla, white sweet Spanish, Utah yellow sweet Spanish, red ruby. I'm also doing leeks, American leeks, creme brulee shallots, and zabroon shallot and celery today. So that is what's in the agenda. Okay, guys. If you've never seen, if you're new to starting seeds, onion seeds are kind of big and they're black. So I am going to use my stick because I'm just doing one. Normally I would just sprinkle them, but since I'm doing the soil blocking, I'm just going to do one at a time. I have some water here, and I'm just going to grab a onion seed and just put it in there. Perfect, just like that. I do not put my onion seeds under a heat mat just because they don't need to be in a heat mat. Onions are a cold weather crop. They prefer the cold rather than the hot. You can put it in under a heat mat, but I don't do that. They'll sprout in like 4 to 5 days, so I'm not worried about having them under a heat mat. But I do have them under a light, so that is the important part, is that you have them under a grow light. Alright, so I'm going to continue doing these, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, I just finished sowing the Walla Walla. I'm going to put the leftover seeds, these, in my 5-inch pot here. I'm just gonna fill it up. And we are just gonna sow them in here. And I gotta label them too before I forget what I planted. Alright, that should be good. And I'm just gonna scoot this over. And all you want to do is, here are the seeds. You could just sprinkle them all around, just like that. And then I'm just gonna cover these and water these and put them under the light. And what are you guys sowing? What type of onions are you guys sowing? Oh, if you live in the northern part of the US, like the northern states, you want to do long day onions. If you live in the middle of the United States, you want to do intermediate day onions. And if you live in the southern parts of the US, you want to do short day onions. And what I like about the MI Gardener seed packages, he tells you in the back right there. So these are long day onions, just because I live in a northern state. And as you see here, so you got to figure that out, because onions, they bulb depending on how many hours of sunlight they get. So you want to grow the right ones. When you grow the right ones, you're going to get big onions. If you grow the wrong ones, you're going to get small onions. Okay, so next is my Walla Walla onions. These onions are actually very popular, and they are a sweet, large onion. It says they're globe-shaped bulbs and mild, juicy flavor, thriving in cooler climates and long day growing conditions. Its sweetness makes it perfect for fresh use in salads, sandwiches, and grilling, while not ideal for long storage. So this onion is not a storing onion. So maybe if you're looking to plant a storage onion because you want it to last you probably a whole year or whatever, Walla Walla is not for you. Now, am I growing a year's worth of onion? My goal is I want to, but I don't know if this will be a whole year's worth for me. As long as I have for half a year, that will be a big accomplishment for me. And I think what I'm growing is probably gonna last me probably half a year, and maybe next season I will say, okay, well, I need to plant this much of onions. I'm planting quite a lot. So the Walla Walla and the Alyssa Craig onions only had 75 seeds in each package, and the both sweet Spanish yellow onions, the white and yellow one, those have 250, and the red onion that I'm growing has 250. Am I gonna plant all of them? That's my goal. But are they all gonna grow? Probably not. We gotta be realistic. Some are gonna make it, some are not. My goal for this season is I want to at least grow enough food to last me into the next growing season. Onions, I'm going to be realistic. I'm saying I will probably just have enough to grow to last me for 6 months. But for me, that's going to be a big accomplishment. The way I'm going to store these onions, obviously the Walla Walla, it's not a storage onion, so I gotta make sure that I use the Walla Walla first versus the Alyssa Craig. I don't know if the Alyssa Craig is a storage onion or not. You guys need to let me know, or maybe it says here. The Alyssa Craig. So they do not. The Alyssa Craig is not a storage onion. Okay. So these 2 onions, you have to eat them right away. But if you don't, you could always chop them up and put them in the freezer. That's what I do, and that's most likely what I'm gonna do. The Alyssa Craig onion can reach up to 5 pounds. Some may grow 1 to 2 pounds here, but sometimes they could grow into 5 pounds. I know that the Spanish onions, those are storage onions. I'm 100% sure they are. So again, grow what you like and see what your goals are. Are your goals to have for a whole year? So you kind of want to focus on growing just storage type of onions. And not only onions, but there's other varieties of vegetables that are storage onions, like potatoes, carrots, I said potatoes already, and so on. So keep that in mind. So next I'm going to do the Walla Walla. I thought I did the Walla Walla first, but no. I'm doing the Walla Walla second, and then we'll do those. Alright guys, so next is the white sweet Spanish onion. So it doesn't say here that these are a storage onion. It just says long day, a pure white variety with shimmery, easy to peel skins. This variety has a mild and sweet flavor. Bulbs can reach over 3 inches in diameter. Delicious green scallions are just as edible as the bulbs. Great to add to salads, dips, salsas, dips, and salads. Best suited for northern regions. Grown as a fall onion in the south. And it's a white onion. And this one has 250 seeds. So we're gonna fill these up. And then I'll bring you back. Oh, and I forgot to add also that onions seeds, when it comes to onion seeds are not, they are best suited used the year that you buy them, because their viability will go down after that year. Same with carrots, celery, and the onion family. So keep that in mind. That's why I don't have tons of seeds of varieties of onions, just because the viability goes down afterwards. So I always buy them every year. So I'm gonna put in my plant journal that for next season what I need to buy. So I'm gonna buy the same ones. I write it down so that way I won't forget. And we're gonna start sowing these sweet Spanish. Also, another thing, if you're a beginner gardener, well, just to let you guys know, this is my second year doing a large scale garden. Well, it's large to me. Maybe it's not as large as other gardens. Just to grow what you eat and what your family eats. So if you don't like onions, don't plant onions. You don't like peppers, don't plant peppers. Grow what you like. Alright guys, and I'll bring you back once this is done. My battery is about to die. Alright, so I did the white sweet Spanish, and then I'm gonna put the rest of the seeds in here. Or I might do, I don't know, is that too much for this? We'll see. I might put them all in here. So I'm just gonna sprinkle them. I think that might be too much. Okay, that's fine. We'll spread them around like this. When these onion seedlings get about, I want to say about 4 to 5 inches tall, I am going to feed them with a kelp and fish fertilizer. I'm gonna get the Neptune one, because I am using a Pro Mix, but the sterile seed starting one, and I love this soil. When I first started gardening, not at the scale, because this year has been the biggest scale I've grown, and this coming season is gonna be bigger than last year's season. Well, before I was using the Jiffy seed starting, and it was good, but I wanted better quality and stronger seedlings, and the Pro Mix is amazing. It does cost a bit more, but it's worth it. You get what you pay for in this instance, and it has been doing so good, and I love it, and I'm going to continue to use it. I was also thinking of using the Happy Frog, I think, but I've never used it, and I had already 3 Pro Mix bags. So I was thinking of using the Happy Frog, which I heard really good things about it. But I really like the Pro Mix. Maybe next year, or I don't know, maybe I'll buy like a small bag of the Happy Frog and compare it to the Pro Mix versus the Happy Frog, and see what's better, I don't know. But I'm using Pro Mix. And we are almost done with the onions. I just got to do the sweet yellow Spanish onion. And I got to do leeks, shallots, and then the celery. And I'm really excited. So when growing shallots, they are they're in the family, onion family. So just like onions, you need to do your research on long day varieties, short day varieties, etc. So the 2 shallots that I'm growing, which is the Brune, which I have right now, and creme brulee, are long day shallots. Again, just like onions, if you grow the wrong ones in your area, they won't bulb. So you won't be getting a big vegetable. So just like onions, you gotta make sure on what variety you're gonna use for your area. Also, like onions, they need to be well watered. They love nitrogen, and they need to be fed a lot. Composted manure or manure, and water evenly, and then you'll have some beautiful crop to harvest.
Keep going.
Okay. I'm gonna finish these. I'm just gonna do one because I have enough for just one, and then we will spread them around and then cover them. So this is the American leek. Leeks are related again to onions and garlic. Leeks have a very mild onion taste. They go good with stir fries or the famous potato leek soup. And I'm actually really excited for the leek because I want to try some potato leek soup over the winter. So I'm pretty excited to grow leeks. These are the American flag leek, and these get pretty big. So we are going to start planting these. And I don't know if I want to divide these, and because there's quite a bit. Okay, I might do 2 of these of leeks. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plant 2 just because I feel like 200 in this is going to be way too much. But we'll do half and half. Just spread them around like that. Grab them and spread. And they sprout between 4 to 10 days. Again, leeks, onion, shallots, even my celery, I do not put it under the heating mat because they don't need it. They will sprout easily without it. Of course, if it was warm weather crops, I would put them under the heat mat, but these, they don't need the heat mat. And then the next one I'm going to plant here too. And I'm just gonna grab and sprinkle it. You want to sprinkle it like salt and pepper, like if you were seasoning your food, just like that. And just gonna grab the rest, just evenly spread it out. I know I did it here quite a bit, but we'll just spread them around like that. And that should do it. And then we're just gonna cover them with soil. Okay, so the celery seed is very tiny, as you can see. Celery seed needs light to germinate. So I'm just gonna cover it with some vermiculite. I'm gonna do it in these 6-cell trays from Bootstrap Farmer. I was gonna use my soil blocker, but I'm actually kind of happy I'm not using it because the seeds are way too tiny and just it will be a pain just to do one by one. So I'm just gonna sprinkle these. I was gonna do just 4 in each cell, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna sprinkle it, and then I'm going to thin them out once they get bigger. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seed cell trays, and I forgot the size of these, but these are Bootstrap Farmer 2, and I forgot the size, but they're like half of a 1020, and they fit 6 of these cell trays. So again, the celery needs light to germinate. They do take forever to germinate, so be patient. But also when growing celery, you want to keep it evenly watered. A lot of people, when they grow celery, they complain because they say their celery tastes bitter. It's because it's not, they don't water it evenly. So in order for you to get sweet celery, just keep it watered and feed it. Celery, it's a heavy feeder too, so feed it and evenly water evenly, and you will have great celery. Be patient with celery because it does grow slow and it does germinate slowly, and don't cover it. It needs light to germinate. All right, so here's my celery. As you can see, they're very tiny little seeds. So these two trays right here are older celery seed from 2024. So I just did a little bit heavier because again, like onion seeds, celery seeds, their viability goes down every year. So I just heavy sowed it, and hopefully we get something out of it. But the rest should be good. I'm gonna cover it with vermiculite. Lightly cover it with vermiculite because celery does need light to germinate. And then we are gonna water it and keep it moist because celery likes moist and a moist environment, or else it will go bitter. All right, guys. I gotta put a tag on this before I planted all the packages of onions, and so I will have plenty of onions to plant and to preserve. I'm gonna hope to plant them all. I'm gonna spread them all around my garden. I'm gonna grow some in grow bags. So I will have a series on how to garden in containers, but I'm gonna use grow bags. But yeah, everything is planted. My onions, I feel much better now. I have my celery here, and hopefully we get blessed with an abundance of onions. I just gotta water these, and then I'll give you guys updates on when they sprout and how they are growing. And thank you for watching. And here's another one. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for updates. And I hope you guys have sown your onions and your celery. There's gonna be another video coming up, probably it's gonna be next month, because I have to, next month is gonna be a bit of a faster month in sowing seeds. Next month we'll be sowing peppers, herbs, flowers, and our cold weather crops, our brassicas. But so far this is what comes first. And then we will go on from there. Okay, bye.